Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in tonight. Man, it's been forever since I've been on, and I'm sorry about that, you guys, but Texas has been having some problems. Uh, and uh, and I myself had many to have to deal with. Anyway, let's start out the night by. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. If you haven't slammed that bell, please do, and type down there as to why you love a Shure microphone, and that'll get you in the drawing on the Shure SM7B that we are going to be giving away finally. I know all you guys have been waiting, but we're going to be doing a drawing at the first of the month, and you don't want to miss out. And so I'll let you guys know as to what day that will be. Once I look at the calendar, I'm going to be on here again tomorrow night. I'm going to try to be on here at 7 o'clock and have some great material for you guys to talk about. But I wanted to get on tonight, man. It's just been crazy, crazy, crazy. I have a house that is on piers, and all the pipes busted underneath the house, even though I wrapped the pipes on the outside. And I didn't drip the hot water, and now I know that I need to drip the hot water in the future. And it was just really bad. It broke, the pipes broke in 7 different spots. So yesterday and today, I was replacing pipes underneath the house. It's probably about a foot off the ground, and it wasn't easy, and a lot of frustration. But hey, man, I get to take a shower tonight, and I can't wait, man. I've been to the gym. What time is it? It's 8:36 here. I usually try to come on at 7 to do a show with you guys and hang out with y'all, because I love hanging out with you guys and talking about audio and whatnot. And so I went and did a class tonight at the gym, and I got out of there late, and so I rushed back and threw down some food, man. Hadn't had my shower, but I knew I needed to get on tonight, man, because I set all this up earlier today to do the show tonight, and just had to get on, man. I miss you guys, man, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I've been doing a lot of tracking in the computer, and I want to say, man, hey, this Shure SM7B just freaking rocks, man. I put it up against several other microphones and some other condenser microphones that are way more expensive than this microphone. And I want to tell you, um, and a lot of you guys probably already know this, but there is not a microphone out there, you guys, that's a bad microphone, unless it's just a bad microphone. But they all can be used for something, and a lot of times you'll end up using the least expensive mic on the project. And I know I was using this Shure SM7B, but I wanted to tell you something about this mic. This little windscreen comes off. I'm gonna try to pull it off without making too much noise. Okay, you just kind of twist it, and it comes off. Okay, and I was doing my vocal takes without the windscreen on there. This is what it looks like. It's pretty thick. It's a pretty big old bad boy. But I was standing probably about 6 inches away from this microphone and doing some takes with it, and without this on it. And I love it, man. I really, really like this microphone a lot. It does so much. Hang in there with me for a second. Put it back on there so I can get up in the mic. But this microphone is so versatile, you guys. I just can't believe it's not like rated higher than it is, just because it does so much, man. And so I've been doing a lot of tracking, and I want to tell you something about tracking, especially when you're the only engineer in the room. Um, let's just say you lay down some tracks. Let's just say you're pretty multi-talented and you can lay down a guitar track, and then you know scales, so you can do a bass riff over the top of that. And so you got a guitar track, you got a bass riff going on, and then you program some drums or maybe a click track to put down your takes to. And then you come back, and then you put down a keyboard part or whatever, and you get like get some other ear candy stuff going on. And And then you get the next day after you did all your tracking one day, you come back the next day and you start listening to it and it starts gelling. You don't even have any lyrics to it whatsoever. But after that, after some time listening back to your tracks and everything, all these different ideas start coming in your mind, and you got this little. So then you can kind of get creative in the writing stage, and then just ad lib a lot of it, and then do a lot of changes as you go and whatnot. So this is where I was kind of at the other night, man. I laid down a bunch of tracks on this really cool song. I had several other songs that I've been rehearsing for some time. I think I told you guys about this, but I'd been rehearsing these other tunes, had all the lyrics structured, everything done. And when I went to lay down the tracks, I did, and I pretty much knocked it out uh, with the tracks, but it just didn't. It wasn't. I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't hearing back what I wanted to hear after doing, and everything was clean, everything was good. The takes were good, uh, but it just didn't. So I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna push forward, and I actually got a tempo, a click track going, and just started improvising. And the improv song turned out to be the best tune. So I got all the tracks down on it, and right now I am on the vocals. I got all the vocals pretty much worked out. Um, but it's and it sounds great too, man. But here's the thing: when you're the only person in the studio and you're doing all the work, a lot of times you can make decisions that aren't always the right decision. Even if you know what to do and how to do it, um, and what to do to make it sound better or to clean up the tracks or whatever you're trying to focus on doing, uh, for me anyway, I just, it just, you get to a spot to where you're going, is it good? Or should I sing that line over? Should I do this take again? Um, it's one of those things. I don't know if you ever get completely satisfied with it when you're trying to wear all the hats, and that can be very, very frustrating and difficult, especially when you know you got a good song. And sometimes you just need someone else to either be there and say, "Yeah, that sounds good. I like the way you did that. That works." And or what about this? Or have you thought about maybe doing this or doubling up on the vocal there or whatever? And so a lot of these different things are going through your mind, and you're having to wear all the hats and make all the decisions. And sometimes you just get to a point where it's like, oh man, I need to step back from it for a little bit, and I need to give it a week. I need to give it maybe a week and a half or two, and then come back to it and address it um, with a different perspective of how you want the tune to come out. Now, keep in mind, this tune that there was the improv tune that I really liked the best. There wasn't any vision as to having a target to shoot for or having a certain genre that the song was going to be in or any of that. It just ended up being the song that I really, really liked a lot and wanted to put most of my energy into trying to complete the song because it sounds really good. Everything is tight. I think in the song I have a bass track, drums. So I have bass, drums, keyboards, which is piano. I have some, I want to say piano sounds, a synth sound. And so that's four tracks right there. And then I don't think there's any guitar in this song, man. No, there's not any guitar in this song. So the tracks are real basic, but it sounds really, really big and full. And and I'm still working on the vocals in that on that song. But man, I'm right there with it. I'm right there with it. And it'd be nice to have someone else to work with to make some decisions on this tune, man. And so I've been putting my feelers out here in town and whatnot. But it'd be nice, like I say, to have someone else kind of step in and just help you make those decisions, and to where you don't feel like, okay, because at the point where I'm at right now, I can go either way, but I'm still indecisive as to which way um, I should go. And so sometimes you just need someone there that's been through the ropes that that uh that that can help you make the decisions and help you make be satisfied and to the decisions that you made as to move forward, and I think that's one of my biggest issues with tunes is being a musician. You guys all know, all of us suffer a little bit in the idea of being a perfectionist, and I'm one of those. Yeah, all the parts have to be just right. If I can clean them up, I can. Or if I know I like the way I sing something and I'm good with it, and I know I can fix it in pitch correction, I'll go ahead and keep that take. But then a lot of times, you might sing something and think it's no good, and then if someone else is there saying, "No, man, you got to keep that. That's perfect." So that's kind of like where I'm at. So sometimes it can be a little frustrating being the only one in your studio, especially when you're working on your stuff, that you're making all the decisions. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can know exactly where I'm coming from, man. And so it's kind of nice. It's nice. It's really nice having other people involved in your projects, and even if it's them laying down other parts, because it kind of adds a little more flavor to the mix as to get other people's ideas and other people's talents um, into doing what you're doing. It's because you trying to wear all the hats, you see things one way, and you might like it, and all the parts are good. However, you might have somebody down the road that would come in and do the bass line completely different than the way you did it. And so, yeah, music is a really neat thing. Having other people involved in your project is a beautiful thing. It's something all of us musicians and engineers. Now I see why the big guys, the big boys out there, there's so many people involved, the sad thing about that end of the deal is everybody, the cut is a lot smaller. When you get so many people involved, everybody got their hands out, um, but I guess there's benefits to everything. So I've been kind of taking this a little slow, man. And I've just been kind of, and then all the other stuff that's been going on, man. So it's kind of been crazy, y'all. So I've been just taking it with a grain of salt over the shoulder and trying to keep on a trucking, man. And but yeah, this summer I can't wait till spring. I can't tell you guys how much I love spring, because spring to me is a time of new beginnings. Everything's coming out. Flowers are coming out. Everything's in bloom. It's a new season. And I always try to look at that, a new season, as to also a new season for my life, man. I'm always looking for some adventure now and change. And so when springtime gets here and that springtime air kind of floats in and you see everything in bloom, it just kind of gets me. I feel good, man. I feel good about myself, and I feel good about life, and being around people and not being because at times, you guys, I know myself being a musician, I can spend hours and hours and hours in the studio, whether it's writing music or playing music, coming up with new tunes or whatever. And so I can spend a lot of time by myself. And that isn't really too good or healthy for people to spend too much time by themselves. And so it's healthy for us to get out there and communicate with other people, get involved in projects, stay busy in our work, stay busy in our focus on our self, as far as taking care of ourselves so we can help take care of other people, right? If we can't take care of ourselves, then we can't take care of anyone else. So anyway, man, I had to get on here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys coming in here and joining my show, because we do and we will have a lot of great things coming and happening here at Audio Master and Studios or Trib Studios. But Oh, I wanted to mention also, man, not to change the note too much about how great this microphone is and how every studio needs this mic in their studio. But we finally got our driveway poured. They came and poured it 2 days ago. So, yeah, today's the third day. So, anyway, they say to let it cure 4 or 5 days or whatever before you can park on it. But I'm so excited, man. I have a driveway to park on, man. I don't have to walk through the yard or mud or whatever to bring in the house, and I'm stoked about that, y'all. I'm really really stoked. My other house had driveway and all that other stuff, and so it was nice. The yard was always clean, and the driveway was always there for me to pull in and just walk into my garage or whatever, or walk out of my garage and go right in the back door, and it was nice having that. And so when you don't have that, you realize how blessed you are, man. And so anyway, man, I had a good night. I hope you guys are having a good time and not having to deal with busted pipes like I did for the past 2 days. But I hope you guys are doing well out there, and I hope I wish you well, man. I want to encourage you to get in your studio and start recording. I want to encourage you that if this is what you love, you need to do what you love and your passion. And regardless of what anybody says, man, we only get one time around this deal and in life here and as we know it. And so I highly recommend and encourage all of you musicians and studio engineers out there to get back in your studio, man. Find something that'll light some fire underneath you, man, and get you pumped up, whether it's hooking up with another musician or whatever it takes to get you fired up to get in your studio and start putting down some tracks, man. I don't know, maybe this YouTube video, maybe I can encourage you guys to get in there and don't waste your talent. Because I know every one of you guys out there, especially you musicians, y'all are all artists. And so artists are creative in everything they do, and their minds are always creative, and they're always looking to make something better, man. That's why artists are artists, man. And so I know if you're in a place in your life or you haven't been in your studio and you haven't been doing some exercises and learning new tricks in the studio to apply to your songs or someone else's song, I encourage all of you to get in your studio, man, and fire everything up. Get one of your microphones out, man, and whether it's your acoustic guitar and do some miking on your acoustic guitar, try some different experiments out. Try some XY stereo mics, or just position your microphones like this in a stereo XY position, and just try some different things out, man. Maybe a room mic. Just start with your guitar or bass guitar or whatever instrument you play, and just try to get that one instrument to sound as beautiful as you can, and as big and beautiful and however you want it to sound, and just tweak on it a while, man. Work on that one instrument and get back into the groove, because I guarantee you, once you lay that one track down, it's going to motivate you to get some more tracks on top of it, man. And that's what mixing and being in the studio is all about, y'all, man. I've been missing out being with you guys and hanging out with y'all. And just because I've been spending so much time on my own stuff. But then we had this all this snow and all this weather change. I want to say February the 1st, the azaleas was blooming around my house. So I went outside and took some pictures of my fashion Formosa azaleas. Those are the real big ones, the big purple ones and pink and whatnot, the Formosas. And I took some pictures of them in bloom, and I sent one to my brother. I said, "Yeah, man, the azaleas are already blooming. It's February the 1st. We're ahead of spring." And here we are. What is today? The 22nd. And then we had that freeze the other day. So I went out again today and I took a picture of all those flowers that were in bloom. They're all dead. They're all burnt back, man. And so the seasons that we're having these days, man, are very, very strange. I've been seeing some weird stuff. Some people were even taking snow off their car and trying to burn the snow, and the snow wouldn't melt. It would just get black. So, as you know, a lot of weird things are happening and have been happening since the beginning of 2020. And all I got to say is I want to encourage each and every one of you guys to keep on rocking and don't let any of this stuff get to you, man. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let it bother you. Continue to try to live your life as best as you know it and as best as you know how to. Just do what you got to do, man, because there's always going to be things that come up in our life that can drag us down. But we always got to continue to think positive, man, and to keep striving for our goals and what we love in life, man. And that's the best advice I can give you guys tonight, man. It's just all you musicians out there and all you engineers out there. Um, don't give up, man. Don't never give up. It's never over. It's never over until it's over. And that's your last breath. And so continue on and continue to work hard at what you love to do. And because remember, it's not being there. It's the ride, man. It's the ride that makes it beautiful. And so this is part of the journey. This is part of the journey. I'm sorry, guys. I always kind of like to get in here and tweak on my camera and get it right and centered where I'm at. Like I say, I just came in. I had to throw this stuff together just to do this video tonight, man, and hang out with you guys. I didn't want to disappoint anybody and have my stuff up and not show up. I'd rather be late than not show up at all. So I'm late and I apologize for that. But I want to tell you, man, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we got some good stuff going to go on. I'm going to be talking about masking and EQ again because I had a few of you write in and wanted to know a little bit more about, had some questions about masking and negative EQing and things like that. And so I'll probably be doing another talk on that and also adding into what a good microphone or choosing the right microphone for the right application too. So that goes a long way. And I noticed on my project here, I sang through my Shure SM7B, my R44 by a ribbon mic, and then my Telefunken microphone and my RE20 by Electro-Voice. And when the song's done, I'm gonna let you guys guess as to what microphone I ended up using in that tune. The one that actually made it. It's gonna be final. But I kind of know now after I tracked with all of them as to which one sits best in the mix with hardly any EQ, man. All I did was just put a high pass filter on the microphone, roll off a little bit of the low end, man, and it sounds great. Just bust right out in the mix. It's like right there in your face, man. And so there's a lot of little things that I need to do once I lay down the vocal track to actually get it to where I want it to be. And actually, I was listening to some other tunes, um, the way the vocals were mixed in there, and then the processors that they actually had on the vocals. And I might do something different like that. I might just go ahead and um, I don't know, have some of those effects happening on the verse part of the song, and then break in to do something a little different when the chorus comes in. I was kind of thinking of something maybe with a little bit of third harmonic distortion, second and third harmonic distortion on the verse part, and and then some more delayed things with a little bit of reverb and delays in the chorus part. And I know that's typically probably how you wouldn't want to do that. You'd probably want the delays and the soft reverbs in the verses, being that's your intimate part of the song. And then when you get around the chorus and you're belting it out and screaming, um, you want that second and third harmonic distortion happening for you. Makes more sense. That's because that's what we're used to listening to. But I don't care, man. There's no rules here and I want to try it out and see how it sounds like that with having the delays on the verse and then having in your face with some distortion in the chorus section. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how it works for me on this tune. Anyway, I was laying down the other night and I was just hearing that in my head as I was laying down, fixing to go to sleep, and I kept hearing, uh, some second, third harmonic distortion in the chorus part, and then those nice lush reverbs and whatever delays in the verse, man. So I don't know. I just need to play play around with that, and we'll see what happens. But man, I hope you guys are doing good out there, man. I know I know things are going to get better for all of us soon, and just keep your head high, man. And whatever it takes to get in your studio and get out your bass guitar tonight, man. Start working on your scales and work on your scales doing some tracking. Just, I mean, whatever it takes to hit that record button and to get your instrument out and start playing and get back in your studio, man, because that's what this channel is really all about. It's about encouraging you guys to get out there and get in your studio and to start recording, man, to be better mixers and better engineers, so that you can pass it along to someone else down the line and continue, so your grandchildren or whoever can continue the journey, man. And so it's a beautiful thing if you're a musician or you're into music and or you love to be an engineer. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a great passion. It's a beautiful art to get into, and a lot of people can appreciate it, and some people can't. But hey, to each and own. And whatever it takes to drive you and to get in the studio and to be creative. That's what this channel is about, to encourage you that you can do it, man, and never stop, never stop. And so anyway, we're doing good here, man, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys fared well through all these storms that we've had, these winter storms here. Um, Also, we did get our Generac hooked up, and my brother and I we live kind of in the same place, same property, and he had a Generac hooked up at his house. And here's the kicker: the power goes off, his Generac kicks on and powers his house. Okay, but there's a line that runs to my house. And so when the lights go out, I have to actually go outside and manually pull down this lever to have power here. And so when the storm came through, it was 3 in the morning and the power went out and it was snowing. And I want to say and it was 3 in the morning. So I didn't want to have to put on my clothes, go outside. I should have, but I didn't. So, anyway, I was under three blankets and the power went out. And when I woke up at 6 in the morning, I was like an ice cube, dude. I mean, it was so cold in this house. Uh, I could barely, I mean, you could see the cold air, coming out of your breath. And kind of funny and humorous a little bit, but I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to have to put on my clothes in the freezing weather and snow, go outside and pull down that lever. Um, but a lot of things I learned from this storm this time is one, you can never wrap your pipes enough. Drip your hot water, drip your cold water, and if you have a house on piers, put some skirts around the bottom of the house so that cold air don't get up underneath there and freeze your freaking pipes. If I'd only took those steps beforehand, I wouldn't have to deal with 2 days of and then trying to get material, trying to buy pipe and 90s and connectors and all that other stuff is impossible in Texas because every hardware store and everybody is sold out of everything, man. Because you got to think everybody, the most majority of people in Texas got affected by the storm, and it wasn't good for a lot of us, man. There was even people who died in this storm, and so um, Yeah, it just wasn't good. But anyway, thank you guys for joining in tonight, man. It's so good having y'all on tonight and being here. And don't miss tomorrow night, and I won't miss either, man. 7 o'clock is going to be the time. I'm going to be that's Texas time. 7 o'clock is going to be when I'm on, and we're going to be talking about some cool stuff, man. I there's so much to talk about in audio and engineering and things like that, and that's why I think I chose to do a channel on audio recording, because I could have chose any kind um any kind of channel. I love fishing, so I could have done a fishing channel. So I have other hobbies, um, but I chose the audio master channel simply because I love music, and I love everything to do with audio recording, from the tracking part to the mixing part. Well, even the cleaning up. So you have the tracking, and then you go in and you line things up and you clean things up and you do all that stuff. I like that part too, man. I like the whole process of it, the mixing, and then even mastering a little bit. I like to dabble into the mastering side of things with all these cool plugins and whatnot you got to play with. And so yeah, man, recording is a really, really fine art, and you never stop learning, and you can never stop giving, man. And that's what's beautiful about writing and creating music, is because you never know who you might affect or touch um, with your music, man. It moves people in so many different ways. I mean, whether it's from dancing to partying to sad songs, love songs. I mean, you got all these different ways that music can affect the soul, and it's a beautiful thing when people are connected to that and connected to your music, that they can relate and actually send you newsletters and whatnot, telling you that they really enjoy your music, and that how it's affected them or their boyfriend. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So I know you guys can relate to that. And I know that's why you're musicians, and I know that's why you're engineers. So that's why we're all here, and we're here to learn. And so hopefully I was able to encourage you tonight to get in your studio and start recording, man. And you don't want to miss out on tomorrow night. So tune in at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Oh, I get so pumped up, man. So anyway, I love this Shure SM7B. You don't want to miss out. We're going to be doing a giveaway at the first of the month. I'll let you guys know into what night that's going to be. And we'll probably do one more microphone giveaway after this one. And then we're going to be moving on and doing some different things. So if you don't win it this next coming up, don't worry, man. We got another one we're going to give out, and hopefully you can get one then, and we'll pull you out of the big old we've got this huge military shell that we're actually throwing the names in, and so we're actually going to pull and do the drawing from that military shell, and let you in on this Shure SM7B, man. You got to get it in the studio. Woo, man. I'm pumped up, man. I'm so glad you guys joined in tonight. And so if you haven't hit that subscribe bell, please do hit that subscribe, slam that bell, and don't forget, type down there as to why you love a Shure microphone, and that will get you in the drawing. Whether you've already done it and subscribed, or whether you're new and you do it tonight and subscribe, it's going to get you in the drawing for this microphone at the beginning of the month. So thank you guys for joining in, and we will see you tomorrow.